I had never played a Monster Hunter game before in my life. I also had no intention of ever playing one. However, during one of my standard Friday night TikTok sessions, I came across the new Monster Hunter Wilds trailer and I thought, damn, damn, this game looks really good. I quickly ran back into my computer seat, jumped onto Steam and saw that Monster Hunter World was on sale and thought, why not? There's fuck all new coming out and I know this game would be a serious time sink. With that in mind, here's my opinion of this game from 2018. I hope you care, and if you do care, I hope you enjoy. Weirdly enough, I'm not going to talk about the monsters first, I'm going to talk about the weapons. Upon getting through the opening missions and learning about the main hub area, you are greeted by a choice, what seems like an extremely important choice. What weapon are you going to use? You get a little preview videos of all of them, and after scrolling through all of them, I came across a preview of something that looked absolutely beautiful. It was a video of a man flying through the air, attacking some dinosaur-looking motherfucker, and I thought, yeah, that's the one for me. That being the Insect Glaive. Holy shit, did this feel like an absolute blast. I could dodge around these fuckers by just yeeting myself into the air and bouncing on top of these beasts over and over again like someone doing an extra life boost on Super Mario. Between play sessions, I thought it was time to do some research of how to use a weapon properly, and it got even better. Not only can I bounce on top of these fuckers, but actually setting the weapon up properly at the start of combat, I can become a mini tornado bouncing on top of them. And in fact, this is just one weapon type of a total of 14, each with different mechanics and levels of complexity to master. It's just iconic. I know that when I get bored I can simply jump over to another weapon type and start the whole process over again. It just makes me tingle downstairs. It really does. Right, now we get onto the main part of the game. The dinosaurs. I mean the monsters. Besides from the weapon choice, the variety of monsters I've seen in my first 10 hours is pretty crazy. From a T-Rex, to a poison T-Rex, to a fucking pterodactyl with an electric tail. This game will just throw everything at you. Each of these monsters as well, they have unique attacks, unique ways of moving. They really have added in a variety of monsters. And again, 10 hours in, the main story is meant to take 40 hours. I can't even imagine the type of things they're going to throw at me later in this game. Also, all of the monsters actually interact with each other. I felt like a tiny little mosquito just nipping at one of them that I was trying to hunt because he's having a full-on scrap with his brother. Gearing works so well in these games. When you kill a monster, you get to carve it up, which not only adds to the satisfaction of taking it down, especially when they've been an absolute bastard to kill, but it also provides you with parts to create that monster's armour set. This creates quite a nifty progression loop of find harder monster, kill it a few times to gather the materials, to create that armour set, to buff your stats, and then you can go at the next monster. But it also, every armor set has a unique look and they look so fucking sweet. Again, I've only played 10 hours, so I can imagine the later entries to the gear sets look fucking sick. The weapons also have their own separate upgrade tree, which looks like this. I mean, look at it. It's very early on and I've got all these options already based on what I'm killing and what I'm collecting, and this is only going to get bigger, more broad, and you can then tailor all these weapons and armor sets for specific bonuses, specific skill points, specific resistances to climb and climb and climb and take on those bigger and bigger monsters. I cannot wait to unlock the full sets of these to see where endgame progression goes. Now for the bad parts. So, this is kind of a personal opinion thing. However, it's still an issue that I have with the game. The amount of gathering is a pain in the arse for me. I mean, there's picking up a few things here and there, but the map is littered with shit to pick up. And it's going to take a while to learn what everything is, which leaves me compelled to pick up everything I see. The game does have this glow bug system. I mean, that's what I call them. I have no idea what they're actually called, which points you to your current objective, but also anything that you can pick up Lovely system in the fact that it shows you everything. However, super confusing in the fact that I'm going to my objective and little streams of green piss are flying off in every direction saying, pick up this mushroom. But you've got no idea if it's going to be useful or not because you've not read the description of every item you've collected. It's just a little bit too chaotic for my liking, but I imagine as I learn more about the game and learn what to pick up and what not to and learn what's in every area, should become less of an issue. Jesus Christ, there is a lot to this game. Like I've mentioned before, I didn't know how to use my weapon properly for 5 hours, and that's because the game just threw heaps of information at me all at once, all in text format with a few little preview videos. I don't know what every item does because there is a shitload of items and a lot of descriptions, and I'm a very lazy man. The game definitely could have benefited from some little optional 2-minute tutorials to the weapons to show you some combos and how they work instead of just throwing them in text format to make them sink in a bit better. And maybe, I don't know, not less items, but making it more obvious, like a few little tutorials on item crafting, and so you can easily pick up which items you want to use and which ones you don't. I can kind of see why they want to limit the tutorials, because it spends at least 45 minutes just covering movement and then showing you every vendor in the main hub. Like I said, a little bit overwhelming. The only caveat to this is, again, I'm new, although 10 hours I should really have picked up all the systems by now. And because the game is 6 years old, you can just go and search it in YouTube and you will find a video solving any problem that you actually have. So, the majority of main missions are fun. However, the first key story mission that I did, bearing in mind this felt like the only key story mission I did, which was all related to this Elder Dragon and trying to trap it, was fucking dreadful. It was half an hour of my life I will never get back. Again, I'm trying not to go too harsh on it. It was one mission, but I felt compelled to put it in this video because of how bad it actually was. One of the worst main story missions of any game I've ever played. But, I'm not going to let that take away from the amount of fun I'm having with Monster World. Just about half an hour, that's all. Overall, I can quite happily say this game has felt great in the first 10 hours of playing. I can tell I've only just scratched the surface of it. It's going to be brilliant at endgame. If you like boss fights in video games and this style of combat, you will absolutely love this game. Just do a bit of research so you can get ahead of the learning curve before you start playing, and you'll get on just fine with it. It's perfect for now. We're in a bit of a drought of gaming in June until the new Elden Ring DLC comes out, and this game is going to have plenty of content on it to keep it busy. Also, I am streaming myself playing for the next however many hours I play this game for, so come hang out if the red light's flashing under my profile picture. Leave the video a like, subscribe, yada yada yada. I hope you enjoyed my uneducated opinions. And again, they are just my opinions. You can feel free to argue back with me in the comment section. I may have got a lot of this wrong. Like I say, I don't really know what I'm doing in this game. Any help's appreciated. Peace out!